Hello, my brainwashed zealots. This is Joshua the Heretic coming at you today. Whoa, that was a little bit off. Okay. In ancient Rome, everybody had a god. They all had different gods. They worshipped their gods in different ways, and their gods had all these fantastic stories, and they went and did great feats and did great works and freaking had quests and blah, 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 blah. And they did all these great and wonderful things. Fabulous. And people would spend all their time talking about these gods and dealing with what they do and freaking basically celebrating the victories that they won and blah, blah, blah. And they talk about, them slaying the Medusa or blah, blah, blah. I mean, they just go on and on and on about all these events that they went through. Now, have anybody ever gone to a Star Trek convention? These people spend all their time talking about Star Trek and what would be better, Captain Kirk versus Picard, and if Khan were around, what would happen if blah blah blah, or whatever. And then they have the Star Wars guys, and then they have all these different things. And so, I guess my issue is that what everybody in our modern society, people do not think, okay, back in Roman times it was pagan and they worshipped all these different gods and blah, blah, blah. We don't have that anymore. Nobody worships different gods. We all worship the same God. It's the God of Jesus Christ, and everybody worships Him, so paganism went away. I'm like, really? No, it didn't happen that way, because the people might have a religion that's based off of the God of Jacob. That's their religion. But the worship of pagan deities did not go away. They just got reimagined. Because if you look at how many people adore, like, the Twilight, okay, that's basically the worship of, like, I don't know, like, vampires. I mean, you could look at, my mom reads, what is that series called? The Dragon Rider, Pern issue thing. I don't know. Then there's like, what was my biggest? Oh, I was a huge X-Men fanatic. I knew everything about the X-Men. I mean, it was crazy. And then people like Harry Potter, and I mean, it's just, these are all different things that we dwell on and we think about and we obsess on and blah, 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 blah. It's like, that's all takes up our thinking, okay? That, and people don't realize this, but if you are focusing on things outside of God, that is what idol worship is. If you're dwelling on things that distract you from God, that's idol worship. If I'm sitting here contemplating how I'm going to be in a role-playing game, or what I'm going to do if I played this character a certain way, or if I'm sitting there playing my video games and pretending to be, Laura Croft raiding tombs and stuff like that, that's idolatry, because I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop doing it. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm obsessive. I obsess on crazy, stupid stuff. Like, I can't stop thinking about things. They get stuck in my head, and I just start rehashing them over and over and over again. But I need to train my brain. I need to get it to the point where I'm not focused on anything but God. We need to brainwash ourselves, okay? The only thing that we should be talking about, the only thing that we should be caring about, the only thing that should enter into our mind is the things of God and godliness. We let movies, we let freaking books, we let video games, we let all these things distract us. And I am a huge, you are not alone. I also allow for a huge amounts of distraction. I spend way too much time watching YouTube. Like, way too much time watching YouTube. I have a daughter and I have a wife. I need to, and you guys are really important to me. And I need to start putting my effort on these things. And so, since I'm having an issue with this, and I thought, well, if I'm having an issue with this, there's got to be other people out there that are having the same issue. So, we need to band together, and we need to itemize what we're thinking about. We need to take into consideration every thought. We need to hold it captive. We need to look at it. We need to say, what am I thinking about? And if it has nothing to do with God or God righteousness or the righteousness in the Bible or anything like that, if it does not have anything to do with righteousness, we throw it away. And don't make excuses. God is a jealous God, okay? It says it in Scripture. God only wants us to think about Him. That's all He wants. That's what He wants from us. He wants us to be completely and utterly sold out, completely brainwashed zealots. And nobody's going to brainwash you. Nobody's going to do that. You have to brainwash you. So you have to make sure that nothing else but God enters into your head and nothing but God comes out of it. Garbage in, garbage out. You put garbage in your head, what you're going to be talking about is this stuff. If you watch too much sports, you're going to be talking about sports. If I watch playing too much video games, I'm going to be talking about video games. If I'm going to be we have to really watch what we're distracting ourselves with. If it has nothing to do with God, we need to get rid of it. Now, I love y'all, and I want to be there for you, and I'm not trying to condemn you or anything like that, but this is huge. Our whole society is geared around distracting. It's full of distractions, and we need to, lock it down. We need to lock it down, and we need to get it. We need to focus and not allow for anything to get in our way. So anyway, I don't mean to digress, and I don't mean to sound harsh, because like I said, I'm guilty too. It's a huge issue, and it's so important. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. Let's grab our minds. Let's take control of our thoughts. Let's say, okay, if I'm thinking about something that's not of God, let's grab it, twist it, focus it on something else, and then do that thing. So anyway, I don't want to get on and on about this, but let's just refocus our own minds. Let's brainwash ourselves. Let's do that. Let's brainwash ourselves. And let's get completely and utterly and totally sold out for God. We're supposed to love God with our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind, with all our strength. And it says you cannot serve both God and mammon. So either you're dwelling on the things of the world or you're dwelling on the things of God. So we have to pick and choose. We have to pick. So let's pick God, okay? Let's pick God. Let's say I'm only going to dwell on God stuff. So anyway, I love you all. I'm the Heretic. This is Christian Universal Life Teachings, and I'm going to tell you, peace out.